that we're looking at this sentence. I pulled one again from Those Shoes because it's a book that we're all familiar with. So I took a sentence that is in this book, and we're going to just start with thinking of what are things that you notice about the sentence. Remember, we kind of want to do almost like you're doing a number talk. So if you'll just show me, like, okay, I'm thinking about it. Oh, I noticed something. I could explain one of the things I noticed. Maybe, I noticed 2 or 3 things. So just kind of use that hand signal. Sitting on your pockets. So I'm looking for everyone right now to show me you're thinking about this sentence, you're reading it, and you're thinking about what do I notice? All right, so our sentence, snow is beginning to fall as I run across the street to Antonio's apartment. All right, so something that you noticed about this sentence, just anything you noticed that this author did well. Michael, what's one thing you noticed?
That he did pretty good on capital letters.
Okay, and so can you give me an example? Where did the author use the capital letter that you did there?
At snow, at the S.
All right, so it starts with the capital letter. All right.
And also Antonio.
Cameron.
Ends with punctuation.
All right, it has ending punctuation as well. Okay. Mia?
It has an apostrophe for Antonio.
All right, it has an apostrophe. Anything you notice that this author did correctly? All right, so I'm just kind of looking for that signal that you're showing me. You've got something else you could add to our list. What else do you notice? Anna?
They capitalized the letter I because it's talking about Verizon.
Jeremy? Yeah. Okay. Tashna?
It's telling why begin with the setting, like start at.
Oh, so that's something that we didn't notice in our sentence last week. So Tasha, could you repeat that one more time, and let's see if you can notice what Tashna did in this sentence.
So it start with the setting.
Kind of like the setting. Can anyone elaborate on that or tell a little bit more about how does this sentence begin? Hader, could you add on to that?
Snow. The sentence begins with snow falling, which means it's in a cold place.
Okay, so kind of describing, telling you a little bit about it, not really starting with who the sentence is about, which is what it started with last week.
That's what I was going to say. Complete sentence is a person and what he's doing.
So what do you think, guys? Is this a complete sentence?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you know it's a complete sentence? Think about what we've been talking about. So it is a complete sentence. How do you know? Scoot way down here.
I have one more thing.
Sophia, you have an idea?
Because it has an action.
Oh, there is an action in there. Someone's doing something awesome, and she wasn't even here for this. Today's her first day. Thank you. All right, Rocco, something else?
It's not a run-on.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
I mean that it doesn't go on or
No.
It's not on and on and on. So it's one idea. Okay? I'm going to go back to this complete sentence. It has an action. Think about what else makes it a complete sentence. Will you turn to somebody next to you and talk about how you know it's a complete sentence? What else does it have?
It's a complete sentence because when I was looking at it, it just
It has an action. What else does it have?
Yes, it has a noun in it. A verb. Like it has two nouns.
Could it just say run across the street?
And run across the street. I forgot. Is that a verb?
All right, let's wrap up conversations. I know this isn't something that we've done a whole lot, But we have talked about complete sentences. One thing they have to have is an action. What's that other part that a sentence must have to be a complete sentence? Mia?
It has to make sense.
Okay, it has to make sense. How's it going to make sense? What's going to go with our action? Layla?
A noun.
Okay, a noun? Like,
Noun.
okay, what do you mean?
Like, what's a noun? The apartment is a noun and street is a noun.
Okay, so you notice this sentence has nouns in it. Oh, I better move it to here.
How's that noun?
What is a complete sentence has an action, and then what's that other part? Do you remember, Hater?
The person who does the action.
Okay, somebody who's doing it. Do you know what it's called?
A naming.
That way?
A naming.
Okay, naming, so somebody who's doing it. It has an action, and do you guys remember we called that a subject?
Yes.
Yeah, who it's about, so action and a subject.
I thought it was that.
All right, we've just got about 1 more minute, so can you think of, is there anything else I need to add to my list that this author did well? What else? Michael?
Complete spaces.
Okay, so there are spaces between the words. Great. Tashna?
It's like snowing. It's beginning to fall. If you know it's snowing, beginning to fall. It's like imagine.
Okay, so it's helping you imagine what's happening. Layla?
All the words are spelled right.
Okay, they used correct spelling. Okay.
Correct.
Mia? Mm-hmm.
The grammar.
Okay, what do you mean?
It makes sense. It makes sense. Not only that, you can understand what's said.
So it makes sense. We can understand this author's ideas. So she did all of these things to make sure that we knew exactly what she was talking about and what was, yeah, in one sentence. A lot of things. And I bet tomorrow you will come up with even more. I bet you